Carpet.
We have carpet.
Need a rug.
We got ourselves some carpet.
Carpet.
Love it.
Some carpet.
I don't even know anymore. You good? All right, cool. Bye. Bye. Welcome to Vinyl Reckoning. My name is Matt.
My name is Stacy.
So the title's a little bit clickbaity. We technically got these records for free, but let's talk about it.
For free.
For free. Mm-hmm. So I used to be a collector that was quantity over quality.
Eesh.
I was. And there's many of you out there, and that's
is.
fine. That's fine if you just want like every record ever pressed. Like that's phenomenal for you.
Yeah.
As you know, we live in a one-bedroom apartment. Maybe you don't know because we haven't released that video first. Who knows? Maybe a little sneak peek. Every now and then, especially over the last, let's say 2 years, I've kind of dug through my collection and been like, I don't necessarily dislike this record or this band, but I think I bought it out of like fear of missing out, FOMO for the young.
How do you do, fellow kids?
FOMO, or it was probably like a good price, or
Yeah,
you know.
And you know, most of these records that I find aren't super high in value, maybe a $20 to $40 record. And I just don't want to take the time to sell stuff individually online because then you got to deal with like people trying to scam you, people like straight up just being like, well, it's not as
not
great
worth that.
as, you know.
It's not worth that much.
Yeah, that whole thing. So every now and then I'll grab those like kind of, I guess for lack of a better term, low ticket records anywhere from the $20 to $30 range. And we'll go trade them in for some store credit.
Yeah. And I would like to say, though, it's really hard for me.
Yeah.
What was that?
I would like to say.
I was always quality over quantity.
Yeah, oh,
So
yeah.
I think
You still kind of are.
I am,
Yeah.
and I was going to say that too. And that makes it really hard whenever I go to find some in mine that I want to trade in. Because
Yeah.
I'm like,
But you
oh.
joined me for the first time.
I did, and I was able to find some, which
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of. But
So we're not going to name every record we traded in. I think most of mine was like pretty much a complete High on Fire discography, which is, I still love that band. It's just not something, I think I just started buying them because I kept finding them and I'm like, oh, I like a couple songs off this, I like a couple
Right.
songs off that. There was some Kimya Dawson in there. You had like a Joy Division single
yeah,
and like a Coheed picture disc or
right,
something like
yeah,
that.
Coheed picture
You
disc
know,
I never listened to.
Yeah, and so again, it's that whole FOMO thing, like, oh,
Exactly.
you know. So we've traded in at most stores around us, and we find that Sorry State has the fastest turnaround time, and that's what we wanted, right? Like we were like, let's go to a record store. We don't need to film a video. We just kind of want to go, which is what most of our weekends look like, is
Yeah.
going to record stores that we've already visited. And again, these are low ticket items. If you've never traded into a record store before, you're not going to get full price for these records.
Yeah, no.
This is a business. They need to make money off of it too.
Right.
So about 20 records between us at Sorry State. We like their turnaround time.
Yeah.
We love them. Shout out to Dominic. What a good dude.
I know. That's
It's
great.
just yeah. So we went in there.
Very nice staff.
I
And their
think-
selection. Like how many times have we mentioned Sorry State having
Some of the best used and new
Yes.
selections ever. So we went
gush
there.
over them constantly.
I wish I had a picture of the gift certificate, but we spent it all.
Oh,
2 visits. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. We didn't kind of just blow the whole thing in one visit, which is a mistake I think a lot of people make. So we spread it up into 2 visits.
Yeah.
I think it was a smart decision on our part to do that because they're just constantly getting new like bangers, straight bangers in.
Right. And we also I think the first trip when we didn't spend it all, like I only found like one, and then the second trip I found a lot. So
Yeah.
it was like, you know, if I would have just kept digging and trying to spend it all on one trip, then I probably would have gotten ones at like years later, I would have wanted to trade in.
And we'll get to how close we got to the price they gave us. So they gave us $260 in store credit.
And that's how I became rich.
They'll probably make double that. I'm perfectly fine with that.
For sure, they got to make money. Like, have y'all ever seen Pawn Stars? Like, they say that all the time.
Are you comparing record stores to Pawn Stars?
No, I'm comparing when you buy and sell and trade and that kind of stuff.
No, I get it.
You're not going to get the full, they got to make money too.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen the footage. You know what the store looks like. But I will cut in the same exact shot from both visits that I took of Stacy.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
What was I doing?
Just being you. Yeah. And we'll get to our pickup. So again, about 20-ish records total between the two of us, and I'm not gonna be like, well, you traded in less, and so you get less. We just went and found what we found. And why don't you get started? Go ahead and grab yours. We'll start with our first visit because it was kind of a small one.
So my
grab
first visit, I'm pretty sure I just got one on my first visit, and it was one that I'd kind of been looking for a minute because it's a really big deal right now, I guess.
Or has been.
Well, yeah, she kind of blew up in the last few years, which I would like to point out.
You could say the name of the person.
Oh yeah, Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. Yeah. Sorry.
It's got
the Running Up That Hill song.
Yeah, from the Strangers of Things.
Well, I obviously knew it before Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And can I tell my funny story about the song?
Of course you can.
I would, play games and like listen to like Spotify playlists and stuff, and that song would always come on, and it would be a different artist singing it every time. Like it was covers. And I remember hearing that song so much and I loved it. And then I was like, who the frick sings the original? And years ago, I found out, Kate Bush sings the original one.
And who doesn't love Kate Bush?
Right. And then when it popped up on Stranger Things, I was like, oh crap, like that's the song. It's the original. So, I mean, it's good, rightfully so. It's a great song, great album.
Absolutely. Yeah. With my first visit, I got two. Something I've been looking for a while, but didn't want to go all out on. This is a record that kind of introduced me to spastic, mathy, grindcore stuff. The number 12, Looks Like You, Nuclear, Sad, Nuclear. Great record. Their cover of, it's not on this, but their cover of My Sharona is almost unlistenable. Yeah. But it's so good.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. And so that's Nuclear, Sad, Nuclear from the number 12, Looks Like You. That's absolutely wonderful. Now this one I got on the first visit as well. This is something that's really kind of hard to find in the US. Genuinely, you could only order it online, and it would be like $30 just to ship it. Yeah. And so I held off for a while. But they had a copy. Conan, Horseback Battle Hammer. One of my favorites from them. But again, really hard to find in the US. It just was sitting there on the first visit. Of course Sorry State has it. Of course they do.
Duh.
So I picked that up. Really excited to finally spin this because we've been in a back catalog of it's been a lot. Anyways, so that was our first visit. I was like, oh, we didn't find a lot, no big deal.
Right.
And then
they gave us a little certificate.
Which again, I don't have a shot of.
No, because we used it, but it was neat. It was just like a big, it's like the size of a postcard, and it, they wrote how much was left.
As you would with a gift.
Shut up.
So we went back, a week or two later?
Yeah, maybe so.
I would say we'll cut the other shot of Stacy in the same bin.
Doing the same thing?
Yep.
Being me?
Yep. I'll let you go first. What was the first pickup from the second visit?
My first pickup from the second visit, and this is that Will Yip.
Off the boards?
Yeah, Off the Boards, where it has all these, what are they? Like unreleased songs by people, I guess.
Yeah, and all produced, from what I can tell, by Will Yip.
Well, yeah, obviously. And
but,
he's talented, but sometimes his stuff, whenever he produces albums that from bands he hasn't produced before, it like changes it in a way. And
That
it just-
isn't necessarily the best in some cases.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
but
get it.
I mean, he's
I get it.
talented. Like who the frick can, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's got a lot of like cool title, like any cool artists, Citizen, Circus Survive,
Polar Bear
Tiger
Club.
Shaw. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Koji, Anthony Green, Balance
Title
and
Fight.
Composure, a bunch of good stuff. So
Yeah. That was her
Really
pickup.
fun, yeah.
So this one, Jerome's Dream Presents. I already own this on black vinyl, but this was a variant that was one of 50 technically, because there was one of 50 with an alt cover that was pressed, and there's only 50 of those. And then this one's just with the normal cover, but it's the same variant, and it's out of 50.
cool.
So I had a black version. That one went to my buddy Matt Getler, so he already got it, and so
Oh, he
enjoy,
did?
my dude.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah. Good.
I mailed it. What? Another goodie that I've liked for a long time, Cage the Elephant. Something about happy birthday. I can't remember.
Great. You're killing it.
Stop! It doesn't say it on here. He'll put the title of it down here.
I will.
But it's a really good Cage the Elephant album. It's got Rubber Ball on it, you know, Shake Me Down, Aberdeen, good songs. Like everybody knows Shake Me Down by frickin' Cage the Elephant.
I didn't until you played it for me.
Yeah, and then you were like,
yeah.
I know that. And I'm like, I know you do. It's great.
Yep.
It's so good.
Second to last pickup for me on the second visit. Simply because we've talked about this in other videos.
Mm-hmm.
I want to collect their whole discography. I don't care about the variants. I just, I want the thing. So Paramore's After Laughter. This is like a gray black marble variant. This was obviously in there used.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing, I forget the guy's name. It escapes me. But he was like, yeah, I told Dominic to put this out and it'll sell so fast. He's like, he put it out like 5 minutes ago, like five
Oh, yeah.
minutes before we got in the store. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
We watched him put out some too.
Yeah.
And then, like, because I had already went through
Yeah.
that, it was probably that footage is where I was going through that. And then he put some out. And then, like, I, like, snuck back over there and,
Yeah.
like, went through what he put out. And
Yeah.
I actually, like, got something from, like, what he put back out. I think that might have been one of them. Okay, I'm
You're
next.
next.
Sorry.
No, I'm just
My-
saying, you're next.
My next one is Fantagram.
I actually
Eyelid
I
movies.
prefer this one.
You prefer this Fantagram over like the newer
Yeah.
Fantagram? I love their new album Ceremony. It's so
Mm-hmm.
good, but it is a lot different. This is a lot like dirtier sounding.
Yeah,
I guess
that's why I
you
like it.
Yeah, it's newer.
Yep.
I mean, not newer. It's their older
Yeah.
stuff, but very good. I
Sweet.
love Fantagram. They're great.
Now, this is one that I've been looking for a while. It's a repress.
Mm-hmm.
Shia Halud, Hearts Once Nourished with Hope and Compassion. This is the one where Chad from Newfound Glory sang on. So I believe this is their debut. I could be wrong. This is a great record. It makes me like want to break stuff, and I'm happy and, like, when I listen to it. Yeah, so Shia Halud, great band.
Cool.
Check them out. I think Chad sang for one of their later albums as well, because this band goes through singers like I go through something that I go through. I don't know. Yeah, it's good stuff though.
Yeah, it is great.
What was your last pickup?
Well, no, I have two more.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I know. I'm sorry.
You got more than me?
Just one more.
Oh, that's
Just
crazy.
one more. And I was like,
More than me.
wow, y'all. This is a big deal.
Whoa, dream big!
Okay, so I saw this one and I was like, dang, I love this freaking album. Arcade Fire Funeral.
They're fine.
Just a great album. I like how they sound. I just think they're fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I just thought that was like a must-have,
Yeah.
I guess. As well as this next one was, I feel like I have them in the same category as Arcade Fire for
Okay.
some reason. I don't know. Band of Horses. Everything, all the time. Which it's funny, my favorite song on this album is called The Funeral.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's weird.
I see Arcade Fire Funeral and then I'm like, cool, Band of Horses was my favorite song, The Funeral, on it. But yeah, another great must-have for me, I think.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
that was what I got.
Can't get mad at it.
No, it was great. Oh, and then at the end, when we had when we went back, we had like $100 and something left.
Oh yes, the
the
story.
thing.
We had $146 left, And after our second visit, it was 142.
44. We were
40
$2
oh,
off. I
we were
think.
$2 off. So we got this baller Slipknot stick. Yeah. It's weirdly appropriate that you're wearing a Korn t-shirt right now. But yeah.
Kind of like the same font.
Yeah, Slipknot. We got this sticker. I don't know what I'm going to put it on. I probably will never put it on anything. It will just travel with us until we die.
We have sticker anxiety.
I think you have sticker anxiety.
I think you do too, though, because you don't want to stick that on anything.
That's a commitment and a half.
We have bags of stickers.
Oh yeah. So that's it. That's what we picked up. So my advice to anybody who's starting to realize that maybe quantity over quality isn't a thing, go trade in those cheaper records that you don't feel like boxing up and selling on eBay or selling in Facebook groups or anything like that. And get records you actually want and sometimes can remember the name of.
You can very easily, shut up, you did the same thing. You can very easily turn that like quantity into quality.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very easily.
Yeah, so it's like, sure, you were wanting all of these records like FOMO last minute or good prices, but then trade it in and turn them into quality. It's good stuff.
Any final thoughts?
I don't know. Support your local record stores. Don't bitch about, their pricing on your stuff. They got to make money too, and it's also supporting them, so we don't mind getting a little bit less because, we want it to stay around and be supported and But that means also to take care of yourself and each other.
There you have it. For Vinyl Reckoning, my name is Matt.
I'm Stacey.
Y'all be easy. You have a good night.